Every project begins with a question. How can this place contribute to the longevity of both people and planet? Please join me in welcoming a developer, a thinker, and steward of sustainable living, Alex Zagrebelny.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention today. So, my name is Alex Zagrebelny. I'm 26 years in real estate development, 23 buildings, beautiful buildings, really beautiful buildings, trust me. You can check it in our website. So, and I'm 20 years and practice ancient knowledge with a beautiful name, yoga. And I start understanding and start looking to the buildings like to the human body. So we have energy systems, we have chakras, we have emotional body, and actually our buildings is same. And main target was always for me to make the people and planet flourish through the buildings, because we are, as a developers, we are magicians and sages at the same time. We can easily destroy people's life, or we can make the planet and the people flourish. So, yeah, what is? It's okay, I can wait. So, what is the problem we have? The cities are losing their authenticity. Sometimes you wake up in another city, you open the window, and you see the same great picture where kilometers of concrete is separated us from nature and from each other. We are no longer grounded. So the toxic buildings, in every sense of this word, are destroying our life. Toxic water, toxic air, toxic materials, unbalanced energies inside the building. Maybe sometimes why the people feel in some buildings like they became the creative, the love is flourishing in this place. And in some places, in some buildings, it's like really you cannot even think about anything in this place. And we create the formula how to create the buildings, how to create the bodies for absolutely healthy bodies, for any type of healthy souls, what will be inside. And this was our question during my life journey, because I'm not divide myself from my buildings. We are one. Yeah, and this is my dharma, to implement the buildings where the people can really flourish.
In the beginning was a figment of imagination, a hint of story, a flight of inspiration, and our home was created. Then came man, the next milestone of evolution. Man pushed the act of creation further by constructing unique buildings to live in, to create in, to spiritually develop. We at R.Evolution take buildings to a new level so they become motivators for human self-development. We create buildings where dreams begin, families blossom, businesses thrive. We create living, breathing companions to our lives. We are equally bold dreamers and intellectual developers. We blend timeless traditions, future technologies, and boundless imagination for people's well-being, genuinely transformational opportunities, and a manifesto of their vision of life. This is our ultimate goal. Are you ready for a crazy ride through science and spirituality, ancient knowledge and modern architecture, development and storytelling, intellect and imagination? Then open your mind and open the door to R.Evolution.
And our mission, even in the name of our company, because we understand that we are part of evolution of real estate, and from the day one, with revolutionary beyond it. So, 26 years, 23 buildings, now with 7 projects and around 5 million square foot in the process of the development. We have offices in Riga, Barcelona, and the headquarters now in Dubai. I live in Dubai for my last 5 years. And actually, you can see what is the beautiful buildings we create. And some of them is like the part of evolution, is we call it generation 3. Just buildings where the beautiful shelters, our beautiful shelters, beautiful walls, architecture design, luxurious materials. Some of them from 2010 we're going to generation 4. And now finally, with our new Eywa typology of the buildings, we move to generation 5.0, regenerative development. Regenerative for the planet, regenerative for communities, and regenerative for us, humans. In some buildings, you see, we implement in House of the Flying Trees the beautiful vertical bonsai pine forest, where we record even for 2 weeks the sound of real pine forest, and this is the phone of our building. So let's go some evolution of our
Where did architecture begin? We have to go back in time. The first generation, shelter and survival. Architecture began from fear and our need to feel safe in the world. The earth was our mother. They carved our shelter, stone, clay, firelight. We didn't live on the land, we were of it. And this is the beginning of the pre-electric civilizations. Then came the alignment. Sacred geometry, vibration, crystal, gold. Temples were built. Sound awakened the spirit. Empires rose. Beauty was defined. Domes mirrored the heavens. Arches bent gravity into grace. And then came the age of electricity, where we discovered. But we also forgot. Steel replaced soul. Light came from wires, not stars. Our bodies endured, and our spirit dulled. And then begins the fourth generation, sustainable, but still incomplete. We ran to heal the damage we caused, to measure, to offset. Technology learned to sustain and renew for the planet. But something is missing. Where do we go from here? Generation 5.0, where we have brought to life regenerative architecture and holistic living ecosystems. A design philosophy that moves from real estate to conscious habitats, building on the knowledge of all that came before, integrating ancient wisdom with modern technology, from the ancient science of alignment, Ayurveda and Vedic knowledge, to neuroscience, AI and environmental physics that listen, adapt, remember and heal. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it exists. Eywa signals a new species of architecture, a living, breathing, evolving presence. Every beam carries intention. Every element is tuned to the human body's natural rhythm. Quantum-enabled systems feature memory-based water, advanced air purification, sound healing, EMF shielding, Vastu Shastra, circadian lighting, and sacred geometry woven into your everyday life. Welcome to a new standard of living, working, and elevating human performance. The first ever regenerative oasis that serves humans, communities, and the planet. This is Generation 5.0, where architecture becomes conscious. It becomes regenerative.
So, New Generation 5.0, where we combine the knowledge of our ancestors, especially the Vedic civilization, together with most advanced technologies in more sustainable construction, in well-being, in longevity. So AI managed a lot of systems inside the building. AI help us to, even when, especially I think, with each year, so we can use more and more the modern technologies which can serve us and to help us even to implement the ancient knowledge. So, like, we have a lot of examples how the modern technologies help us to implement. For example, the infrared light. What is this? It's a sunrise light. Instead of wake up at 5 o'clock and meet the sun, we start to replace it with infrared. It's possible, but my recommendation, go with the sunrise, please. So, maybe a little bit, I have 8 minutes, so that I can speak for hours. Everyone, please, welcome to our experience center, welcome to our stand, to explore it a little bit deeper, because what we create the absolutely healthy body for any type of longevity clinics, even for any type, because sometimes when I'm going inside the longevity clinic and I feel the smell of black mold, what about I can think from this moment? Only about this, and it destroy all. And in our case, buildings should tell the stories, spark imaginations, speak to the senses, explore the elements, be fantastical and futuristic, and the main thing, what about we are talking always with the language of architecture and design, what should not be lost for the future generations? Nature, culture, and traditions. So, which is destroying now with our technocratic society. So, longevity, durability of the buildings and building materials. Narrow architecture, biophilia, actually everything exists in the Vedic knowledge, but okay, regeneration strategy for the people and the planet. We implement a lot of knowledge of Vastu Shastra, Ayurveda, yoga, how to balance the energies inside the building. We use in Eywa. First Eywa will be 16 tons of 18 different type of crystals which we implement, some of them around the gravitation center of the building, some of them next to the gravitation center of the apartment, to balance energies inside. Looking to the building like to the human bodies, exactly like this. I explored it in one of my buildings and lived for 5 years with my family before I made this decision that this will be the part of the engine of all of my buildings. So we implement even the Vastu Shastra knowledge in landscape, the activization of 9 planets with the plants. So hugging trees, very nice practice. My recommendation, hug the trees. With it, yes, hug the trees as long as possible. Meditate that all energy of this universe going through you. And we especially, we do it for each of our buildings. So, influence all 6 senses with all 5 elements of nature through the smell, only essential organic oils. Some of them work with the cognitive function of our brain. Some of them create the atmosphere inside. So then, about special strategy about the plants. So that's, I call it regenerative coefficient. So we have 0.5 square meters of the plants on the building to 1 square meter of the land. Villa communities, we go 1 to 1. So it means that even in this land plot, we decide to make a park, or forest, it will be the same. And it's again the main target, reconnect people with nature, reconnect people with the communities inside. So we protect building from the day one. From the first drawings, you need to protect building against the mold, against the fungi. So, and this is the special strategy. From thermoisolation to the special, even from Ayurveda, we take some of the technologies, let's say like this, how to protect building from the mold. Please explore more. I have only 4 minutes. Sorry, I need to go fast. Yeah? Yeah, I don't know, Nancy, you give me extra time? Yep. 2 minutes. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so that's. So, again, the mold and fungi. Then we check all the materials for the toxin. We check all the materials, especially from nature, for radiation. Yeah, because 3% of the concrete what we receive to the construction site is full of, and with increased level of radiation. Because it's coming from the mountains. Millions years ago, something happened. And then this stone, with the small stones inside the concrete, going inside your apartment, you receive your headache pain, you go into the doctors, they give you the pillow and destroy you even more. And only because of that. So we need to check from the first. So our building is LEED Platinum and WELL Platinum certified at the same time. This is for us, it's international organization, but proof, and we receive minus points only because we have too much greenery on the facade. And we use, and we use the plants what does not exist in the local climate, but this certification was not created for the desert climate. Yes, I want to use frangipani on the facade, beautiful tree, but yes, but it's minus point. So that's, it's like sometimes it's strange. We use gray water, water, another story, absolutely. So for me, water is not about to clean water. For me, water is about clean the memory of the water. Restructurize the water. When we got first, our tool is water going through 18 different type of crystals together with the magnets, with the vortex effect. We restructurize the water. We divide water to 2 flows. In one, for the drinking purpose, we create pH 8. We create the charge of the water, exactly as the charge of the water inside our blood, minus 200 microvolts. Then we harmonize the water with the sound vibration. We increase the level of the hydrogen in the drinking water. Then we bring back the minerals in identical composition, liquid minerals identical composition to Icelandic glaciers. Then sound vibration harmonization. You know that the water reacts. Why our ancestors pray before they eat the food? Because the water recorded. So food records this beautiful vibration of love. And when you say to the water, I love you, and when you say to the water, I hate you, it's totally different structure when you've frozen it. And same in all water bodies. We have a special speakers. We can work under the water. And 365 days, 24/7, we call it radio water. We radiate this energy of love, that I love you in all languages of all people who live inside the building. And the special messages. In my home I use Gayatri mantra. But because in our buildings live a lot of people with from different concession, we create the special statements to charge the water. And then you have a drinking water, and this is about all water inside the building. So even inside the pools, when I implement this system in my office, I receive extra 2 hours for efficiency and flourishing of my employees. You know, when I implement it at home in 20 minutes in my pool, I feel like I received the power nap for 4 hours, only with the water, air, Merfoot infiltration system. We can block 0.3 microns dust. Together with the ionization, even smaller particles, they combine with each other because of minus and positive charge inside the air, and then we clean it again. Then 5 types of lamps to the entrance of each building can block and kill all spore of black mold. the bacteria, everything. And then maintenance after the submission of the building, robotic system which clean each 3 months all ventilation pipes, all ventilation ducts inside the building. But it's always combination of the maintenance and the creation of the body itself. So because we have a lot of certification, why it's called platinum, because we need to, each of our building is ready for next generation of the phones, etc., etc. But at the same time, we implement EMF protection, and our Eywa buildings is fully protected from artificial electromagnetic fields. All bedrooms has a Faraday cage. 360 degree around you is mesh plus painting. So when you close your curtains, finally you can be with yourself, because our body is have a strong power to regenerate yourself. You only give quiet a little bit from this artificial electromagnetic fields, which is growing for us, going for us even now. Now there's a lot of ways that, and in our buildings, all sensors which communicate with each other through Wi-Fi is like no way. Only simple cables, only under the shielding, so nothing can affect your health, well-being, and longevity. No any other ways, please. Yeah. Materials. My favorite materials, by the way, not only mine, but Antonio Gaudí loved this material, is glazed terracotta ceramic. Natural clay. Beautiful, amazing. You can make any type of, even the architectural elements from this material, but at the same time, you save a lot of money then, because it's not changed color for 100 years. It's, you can wash it as a car, even with a hair. And this is like so soulful architecture. Great, look at these colors. It's activate your brain. It's activate your emotional body. Please, it's, and even when you look to the buildings, when you are inside, you look to this beautiful design. It's like, and what we can implement in Eywa is a typology of the buildings. And this is for the hotels, for the offices, now under construction to offices in which really make people flourish. So, 1 minute, please. Free extra?
You already did.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you. In this case, any other questions? Please, welcome to our stand. Welcome to our stand.
It's just too bad that you're not passionate about what you do. I just have one question for you. Were those beautiful baskets that were hanging off balconies? Or are those
Nests.
And what?
From generation 1.
Okay.
Yeah, when you feel safe when you are sitting in the cave. And
So you sit in those?
Yeah, of course. This is usually it's 12, 14 meter rooms where you feel protected, we can enjoy life, but in way of water, it's in the shape of sea archie, in Eywa blooming desert, in the shape of the desert tents. So this is our language of storytelling and the possibility to create for you space where you can sit and meditate.
I'm telling you, is this a morning or what?